Rehan Allahwala has two questions. The first is, there's a slum area that he's visiting where there are about 1 million people. They don't have clean drinking water and say that they can't afford 5 cents even for clean water. What are the home-based ingredients we can use to clean the water? Well, first of all, it's important to clarify. We charge about 4 cents US for 10 liters of water. In fact, many people in slums in many different places can pay 4 cents. That's 4 cents for drinking water for a family for a day. So the only way to find out whether they're willing and able to pay is to offer them clean water at that price and see if they pay for it, if they're willing to pay for it. Secondly, there are a number of things that you can do to make water safe. The first problem is if there's arsenic or fluoride or heavy metals in the water. That's a more complicated problem. But in most places, the water just has germs and viruses that'll make you sick. One thing that people do quite frequently to protect themselves at home from water that has germs in it is to boil the water. But the problem with that is that in many places the fuel wood or the gas that you need to boil the water costs more than the 4 cents for a 10-liter jerry can of water. And another very simple thing that really works, but it depends on having a fair amount of sunlight, is to place the water that has germs and viruses in it in a plastic bottle and put it up on the roof. And the sunlight, after 4 or 5 hours, will pasteurize that water, and it really doesn't cost anything but the container that you put on the roof. If there's not quite enough sunlight, if you put it in a cardboard carton that has aluminum foil in it, it'll help focus the sunlight and make that water pasteurized quicker. So that's a fairly widely used approach that you can use in a slum or anywhere else to purify water. Secondly, asks what our process is to start water business in another area. Actually, Rehan, that's not so simple. We use an electrochlorinator. That's a machine that takes about 2.5 liters of 5% salt solution. It puts an electrode into the salt solution and that bubbles for an hour or so, and then you have a kind of chlorine which you can use to purify water. That machine costs about $250 though, but it'll produce enough chlorine to purify 80,000 liters of water a day. Still, a third thing that some people use is they buy chlorine from a supplier, put it in bottles and distribute it, and they make a business out of that. But that has problems as well. So good luck with your addressing the water problem that you're working with.